All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Waiting. Mike 40. Coming to you. Wide. Get wide.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. That one good for 33 and a first. Bit of a haymaker right after the starting bell, Charles. One play on the ground, and you're already on the other side of the 50.
I like how you went boxing there. Essentially went from the weigh-in to walking into the ring, being introduced, and firing away. Big shot early.
Jim.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On the toss play, Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Doesn't take any great analysis on my part. It's been pretty obvious. Last couple of plays, these guys have been going in the wrong direction.
Offensive line overwhelmed on those plays. Now, I think it's safe to say going to the air here on 3rd. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
How about his performance last week? Over 200 yards. I think his decisiveness, one cut and he goes, that's what's really made him pile up the yardage.
And the yardage he piled up last week, easily honored with NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I would have voted for him. 2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
A first carry for the converted wideout, J.D. McKissick. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st. So 2 1st downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. A carry now for McKissick. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. From the gun, here's Stafford. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 34-yard line. 180.
Wentz now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Howard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, without faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Rashawn Melvin in on the stop. You don't see that a ton, do you? A cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
That one goes for 24 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. A look at Kerryon Johnson, 2nd-year man out of Auburn. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
32.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out.
Let go, defense.
Out of the gun, Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 38-yard line.
A gain of 15.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Stafford. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 16 yards, a first down. The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing to Stafford, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. T.J. Hockenson with his first career NFL touchdown as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Prater for the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Throwing now is Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Throwing is Wentz. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Now, Wentz again. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 15 yards on the play, first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Wentz now on first down. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. On second down, it's Hunt. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 27 yards there, a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the air now with Stafford. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. To throw again on second down. Wentz. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield, but now it's 3rd down. The Eagles on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Wentz. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
It's 4th down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Taking it about the 16. So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Let's go. First and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Wentz. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a third down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On the West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now, standing just about on his own goal line.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense.
And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Kareem Hunt hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Wentz now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here. Now Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Devon Kennard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
It's now third down.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Shotgun now for Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Come on, man. Let's go.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Parker, I love your description, because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Nigel Bradham brings him down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Check 53. I don't even know why this team showed up.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford to the right and complete to Galladay. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. They'll run on first down. It's Hunt. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Waiting. Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. I'm scared. Kill. 11.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 3-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. After the run, now Stafford going to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 28-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get point.
It's caught inside the 25. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain and even 40 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. They're leveraged by the offensive line to create space up front. Really well done.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now a 28-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. All of a sudden, they have quite a bit of breathing room. This was a 1-score game, but touchdowns on their last 2 drives, and now comfort is here, so to speak.
It certainly is for them. I've been in this situation before. On the flip side of this, and all that's going on there is a little bit of finger pointing. Hey, what's going on? How can we stop them? Can someone make a play to try and stop this momentum?
Well, they're going to be ball hawking because they need a turnover on that other side. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
They'll run with McKesson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
1st down, Detroit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And he coughed it up. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I'm sure the message as they come out onto the field was, hey, take care of the football, because the fumble last possession led to a touchdown. Still a 3-score game, though.
You don't want things to start to snowball. You know, one error leads to another, which leads to another. Then all of a sudden you're fighting for your life down the stretch instead of finishing the game in style, which is what they're trying to do on this drive.
Yeah, it would be a pretty amazing comeback, but we've seen crazier things happen in the National Football League.
We certainly have.
4th down now after a loss of 2. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. He's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
You don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Rush in.
Now Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. That'll bring up second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now they try the right side here. And a loose football. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Stafford. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that.
They've got his man complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And this is caught inside the 5. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, it's Wentz. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 2-yard line.
Howard all alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. The quick slant caught. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to 3rd and goal. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet. Wentz going to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Eagles get a score closer. Now Wentz going to lead the Eagles up to go for 2. One final try now for Wentz. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere, seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now.
The Lions
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be 1 kneel and then handshakes. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I'll bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense that it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark,